Good morning and welcome to On the Beat. My name is Kim Mastrofino, and with me today is the Beat team, Martin Chan and Joe Hildreth. So we're going to check in with the Beat team because I know that they have some updates for us. I'm anxious to hear about our weather updates as well as our community updates. So I think I'm going to start with Martin as I usually do. As just wanted to check in. How's it going, Martin?
Doing wonderful. It's great.
Wonderful
Today's
is good.
today's Tuesday, May 25th. It's beautiful Tuesday morning, so it's mostly sunny. Temperature wise is between high 50s and 60s. It's pretty cool actually. Feels nice.
Well, yeah, it's a difference from Sunday, I guess. We got a taste of summer from Sunday, didn't we?
Yes, we did. It was
Yeah.
hot on Sunday.
Well, I'll take it because it's nice and sunny here today. So, as you said, so
Sunny and Rhode Island, yeah.
yeah, so not bad. Not bad
Not
for a
bad.
spring day, right?
Not bad, yeah. That's pretty good.
Well, thank you for those updates. I'm glad you're doing wonderful, and it's great to see you.
No problem.
All right, let's check in with Joe. I was going to call him Martin. Let's check in with Joe. How you doing today, Joe?
I'm doing good and great to be here.
It's great to have you on. How's Annie the cat today?
Doing good.
Yeah, tell you she's got to get on the broadcast. Now, I know you do have some community updates for us. You ready to share them?
Yes.
Okay.
The Frank Olin Center is hiring. They are looking for full and part-time staff to work with children and adults. To apply, please visit their website. Please check out the Musquamicut Beats Facebook page for the drive-in schedule. They have great movies lined up for the upcoming holiday weekend. Also, the Westerly Library will host their first Picnic in the Park fundraiser Saturday, June 5th. Participants will be able to purchase lunch in a tote bag and participate in family activities. Advanced registration is required, so please visit their website. Memorial Day is a time to honor all the veterans and active service members. We thank you for all you do. Wishing everyone a well, wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Joe. That was great. Awesome updates. So looking forward to this weekend is a holiday weekend, Memorial Day. And yes, we want to give a shout out to all that have supported our country and given up their time and their lives. So thank you for that wonderful message. And just to jump back, the Westerly Library, that is quite a unique fundraising event that actually sounds like a lot of fun for families. So check it out and we'll go from there. But now we reached a time where we want to introduce our very special guest. Her name is Alicia Johnson, and she is the Director of Housing and Partnerships for Habitat for Humanity of South County. So please welcome Alicia.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having
Hello.
me.
Thanks for coming on and spending some time. I know you're super busy, and so it's wonderful to meet you virtually, and we're happy to have you on. So
Thank you.
welcome
Happy to be
aboard.
here. Yeah.
So as you know, Martin and Joe are conducting the interview questions, and we're looking forward to hearing all about you, Alicia, and because this is the first time we've met, and to obviously talk about everything going on at Habitat for Humanity, which is an amazing organization. So anyway, I think, Joe, you do have the first question. You ready to go?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Alicia. For those new to the broadcast, can you tell us about yourself and how you became the Director of Housing for Humanity? Yeah, Habitat for Humanity.
Absolutely, Joe. It's very nice to meet you and Martin as well. So
Hmm.
thank you so much for having me. I am actually a new resident to South Kingstown, but I'm not new to the area. I've been with this organization for a little over 6 years, but I was raised on the South Shore of Massachusetts for a majority of my life. And then I came to the University of Rhode Island and graduated in 2015. And I just fell in love with the community here and found a sense of home in Rhode Island. So once I graduated from URI, I actually landed my first job, my first career with Habitat for Humanity. And prior to that, as a student, I was volunteering with the URI Habitat for Humanity campus chapter. And each campus chapter, it's a student-led, student-initiated organization that partners with local Habitat for Humanity affiliates like South County Habitat to fulfill 4 functions that they have. So they do direct service, so volunteering at the build site, fundraising initiatives, advocacy initiatives, while educating our local community about the need for strong, stable housing and what we actually do at Habitat locally and around the world to increase housing solutions. So I've been here for a little over 6 years. I started as the admin support coordinator and then transitioned into the volunteer and family services coordinator. And then within the last year, we're very fortunate to have received what's called a capacity grant, which allowed us to hire a new staff person. So now we have a full-time person who does just volunteer coordinating. Her name is Caroline, and she is fabulous. And because of that role, I was able to transition into a director role where I oversee our housing programs and our partnerships. And it's been really great. It's a new role to me, but Habitat is near and dear to my heart. So I'm very fortunate to be here and to work with this organization.
Wow,
Thank you.
keep up the good work.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate that.
So, Alicia, before Martin asks you the next question, I just wanted to say I'm also originally from Massachusetts.
Oh, well, look at us. But in Rhode Island, I do love it here. And I love that I'm just an hour and a half from my family. I'm going to drive. Well, however, now that I've been in Rhode Island, that's more like a road trip for me.
Exactly. Well,
more than 15 minutes of a drive.
Nice. And I just wanted to ask also, like Habitat for Humanity is global, correct?
That's correct. So we're in 70 countries around the world. And since Habitat was founded in 1976, we've served over 35 million people through our program. So we're doing great stuff locally, nationally, and globally.
Nice. Amazing work.
Thank you.
Martin, would you like to take the next question?
Yes. Hey, what's your name again? I forgot your name.
Alicia.
Alicia. Can you tell us about Habitat for Humanity, the mission, and the support you provide to the others?
Absolutely. I really do love our mission. So we're well known, but we're not always well understood. A lot of nonprofits can kind of agree to that. You know, if I had asked you all what Habitat is, I'll probably get 3 different answers, as well as different answers from folks who are tuning in. And I just want to say, if folks who are listening want to have someone from Habitat come to their organization or club or business to talk about what we do, that's something I'm happy to provide. So always happy to connect and help spread our mission in a variety of settings. And so essentially what we do is we work to eliminate barriers to a better, healthier, more financially stable life for our homeowners. With our help, our Habitat homeowners achieve the strength, the stability, and the self-reliance that they need to build a better future for themselves and their families. So we do this, I'd like to say probably 3 different ways. One is for what we're known for building homes. So when we build new homes and renovate existing ones, we then sell those homes to our qualified home buyers. A common misconception is that Habitat gives our houses away for free, and that's simply not the truth. Our homes are eventually sold to the home buyers, who are required to invest 200 to 400 hours of their own sweat equity into physically building their future home and contributing towards the construction of others. At the same time, while they're building, they're preparing themselves financially for the responsibility of homeownership. So this includes taking financial literacy classes and saving for the down payment and closing costs. So we believe that better prepared homeowners create better communities and more engaged neighbors. And that's how we're building up communities at South County Habitat, one homeowner at a time. In addition to the building of homes, we also recently launched what's called Ramp Up Rhode Island. So this is our home repair program where we install handicap ramps for those in need and financially qualify here in South County. And then the third avenue of support that we provide is through our Restore, which is one of my favorite places. If you're looking for furniture, household appliances, building materials, you know, anything you could find in a home or use to build a home, definitely shop the Restore first. It's open to the public to shop and donate Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it accepts donations of, like I said, pretty much anything you could find in a home or use to build a home. And the reason why I say it's a third avenue of support is because it's a good deal for you if you're a shopper. It's a good deal for the community and the environment. So obviously our inventory changes daily, and it's priced 50 to 70% discount what you'd see in a regular retailer. So the proceeds from a restore sale stay local with our home building mission. In return, the purchase that you made, the item that you bought, is not being sent to the landfill. So our store opened in 2007, I believe. And since then, our store alone has diverted or has allowed over 6 million pounds of material to not go to the landfill. And it's a great resource for folks who may need a couch or an appliance, and they may not necessarily have the budget to go to a regular store or typical retail store to purchase those items. So they can walk into our store and find something at half or even more cut from a regular cost. And since we've opened in 1990, or our home building mission started here in South County in 1990, we've been able to serve 112 families across South County, which includes 102 adults, 150 children, 73 homes sold, and 40 homes repaired. So we're doing a lot of good work in the community, and I always love when folks ask me about the mission because I could probably go on for the next hour about it. But thank you for your question, Martin.
Thank you. That was very interesting fact.
Yeah, fascinating and wonderful work that you do. Just a quick question. So when you're doing the home building, does contractors donate their time, or are they paid contractors through a grant? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so a common misconception is that 100% of our materials are donated and 100% of the labor is performed by volunteers. And so as much as I'd love the Arnold lumber truck to come to our build site and dump a bunch of 2x4s for free, we do fundraise to cover the cost of building materials, from concrete to lumber. And so we're considered a contractor in the state of Rhode Island. So things that do need to be performed by a licensed professional, we work with local folks to do that. Our electricians, our plumbers, folks in those different trades. So we do hire for those skills, but anything that can be done by a volunteer, no previous experience is needed, is done by volunteers. And that's hammering nails or painting, installing cabinets, building walls. I've had the pleasure of building a few walls in my life here with Habitat, and they're still standing. So, which I'm very proud of. So if I can do it, anyone else can. But yeah, we do fundraise 100% for our construction projects, everything from digging the hole to putting the roof on. And we do that in partnership with local businesses, contractors who we work closely with, and then volunteers and supporters from the community.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Joe, would you like to take the next question?
Yes. What is the need for affordable housing in our area?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is there's a big need, and I have a lot of information about this need. So bear with me because I have a few numbers that I'm going to be throwing out there, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about the need. So to put it simply, we just do not have enough affordable housing stock, either rental or homeownership, to meet the needs of our current South County residents. We just don't have the supply to meet the increasing demand. And this pandemic has really revealed something that folks in the housing world already know, and that it's the cost of housing is too much. And when the cost of your home is your family's future, it's too much. And so Rhode Island state law establishes a goal that a certain percentage of every town and every city, excuse me, has housing that is qualified as moderate or low income housing. They say that every town has to have 10% of their housing stock to be affordable. Right now, out of our 39 communities in Rhode Island, only 6 meet this goal. This includes Burrillville, Central Falls, Newport, Providence, and Block Island. Collectively in South County, we need to build at least 2,382 units to hit that 10% goal. And that's what it is it's a goal. So there's a lot of conversation as to whether or not that goal is really going to be able to impact the families that are at the most need. So there's this great organization. They're called Housing Works Rhode Island. They're based out of Roger Williams University. And every year they publish a report about housing in Rhode Island, and they conduct research, and they do this to inform public policy. So right now, there's only one municipality or town or city where a household earning $50,000 a year could affordably buy a home. At $70,000, there are now 3 municipalities, which is down from 4 the previous year. And none of these towns are located in South County. Keep in mind that the median renter income is a little over $34,000 a year, and the median home buyer income is around $63,000 a year. So there's a significant gap between what folks are earning in income and how much housing is cost. And if there's anything we know, it's that housing is even more expensive now than it was a year ago. So I went online and I pulled jobs from Indeed from Wakefield to Westerly, and I looked at nurse assistant jobs, EMTs, police officers, laborers, servers, most of these jobs that when you hear them were considered and are considered essential. And that's a word we heard a lot the last year, essential workers. Mm-hmm. And these starting pay ranges are anywhere from $24,000 to $55,000 a year. So someone who's entering a field in those areas are going to find that their starting salary is going to make it hard for them to find something affordable in the towns that they're working in. So in South County, a home buyer needs to earn over $104,000 to affordably purchase a median priced home. And that price is $347,000. So if a house is $347,000 in 2019, now we're seeing that construction materials have increased over 188% in cost. And now houses have increased anywhere from $40,000 to $500,000 over asking price. So houses are increasingly more expensive, and wages are just not keeping pace. And so when we talk about housing, we talk about households that are cost burdened, meaning that they're spending more than a third of their income on their housing costs. So if I'm a single parent and I have one child and I'm looking for a 2-bedroom apartment and I'm working 40 hours a week and I don't want to spend more than 30% or a third of my income on my housing costs, I'm going to need to earn at least $31.75 an hour to afford a $1,600 rental payment. And when we talk about overspending, it represents a loss to each individual household. So money that could be spent otherwise at a local store, retirement, education, it's a loss to each household. And across the state, the total estimated value of housing cost burden is nearly $750 million. So could you imagine if we were not spending $750 million on expensive housing, where that money could be spent on when we're talking about supporting our local businesses or putting that money in savings or going back to school. So going back to my single parent scenario, I'm a single parent, I'm searching for a 2-bedroom rental. I went on Zillow like last week, actually, because I was putting together a presentation for another group, and I could find only 12 rentals available in South County. There are 2 to 4 bedrooms, and they ranged anywhere from $1,500 a month to $3,800 a month. So I couldn't find rentals in Charlestown or Exeter or Richmond or Hopkinton. That's about half of our county. So our options right now are really slim. And in addition to that, shelter rates have declined, but that doesn't necessarily quantify the need of shelter, right? So from 2016 to 2020, the Rhode Island Coalition to End Homelessness reported that there was a 94% increase in folks who were living outside or in cars. And that increase includes families who there were not enough shelter beds to adequately shelter their families. So we've worked with other organizations who, because of this crisis, have had to purchase tents to assist families in the community. And so when you think about a year ago, our number one prescription for COVID was sheltering in place. And how are people supposed to do that if the place to call home isn't healthy, it's not safe? And so we look at housing as a social determinant of health. And back in March, we recently opened up applications for our program. We are taking applications right now for homes we have in Westerly. And since we've made that announcement, we've had over 120 calls and emails from folks who are interested in applying. We only have 2 homeownership units available. And I've talked to residents ages 20 to 60, young professionals, essential workers, veterans, seniors, families. folks with all different circumstances, but that same common need, that need for safe, decent, and affordable housing. And folks have tried to walk into a bank and they can qualify for a loan. So they are bankable, but the loans that they're qualifying for are not matching the prices of housing right now. And so it's just this continuous uphill battle. And we at South County Habitat, we are the only nonprofit in the county that is building affordable homes that are sold for homeownership. So we definitely have a lot of work to do. And I know that was a lot of information, and I'm definitely happy to elaborate on that. But it's the need is very great, and the need is definitely there.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. That's
Uh,
a lot of information.
yeah, that is a lot of information.
but it's important, and it's an eye opener that that's actually happening in our area. I guess for me, with the statistics and everything. So thank God for you.
Thank you.
Hey, Martin, would you like to get the next question?
Yes. How many volunteers do you currently have, and how do you become a volunteer?
Yeah, so I was once a volunteer with Habitat, and now I'm here. And so volunteering, it's a really great. It has a lot of great benefits, and we really couldn't accomplish our mission without our volunteers. Between our office and the restore and the builds, we have about we do have 8 full-time staff and 1 part-time staff person. So with our volunteers, we have right now over 60 of our regulars, which is a great number, and we're very fortunate to have these folks who, as soon as the world felt a little bit safer, we had phone calls, people knocking on our door. Our regulars said, "I'm ready to get back to work. What do you need help with?" Because they knew we were struggling, and they also were ready to get outside and experience life outside their homes. And so we work with also one-time groups. We work with schools and churches and businesses to bring volunteers to our organization. And becoming a volunteer is actually really easy. In a regular year, we usually work with over 800 volunteers. Like I said earlier, you do not need any previous experience to provide a helping hand. We have experienced supervisors on our build site, as well as supervisors in our restore that will give you all the tools you need for a successful day with Habitat. And we do have a few COVID guidelines still in place for our volunteers and staff. So I always recommend that if you do wish to volunteer, to reach out to our volunteer coordinator, Caroline, who I talked about earlier. I'll make sure that you all get her contact info, but it is Caroline@southcountyhabitat.org is her email. Or if you call our main line and dial extension 301, she is the woman to talk to about all things volunteering. But we love our volunteers. We definitely would not be able to serve the 112 families that we have served without their help. So we're very grateful for them.
Well, that's great.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Joe, I think you have the next question.
Yes. Can you describe the many ways to support your organization?
Sure. So I always put it pretty simply. We're always in need of volunteers. We're always in need of homeowners or folks who could benefit from our homes. And we always need support in a variety of ways. So, we had talked about all of our building materials are not 100% donated to us. And our restore does play a major role in our mission. So it covers the cost of our operating and our overhead. So what that means is if I want to make a donation out of my pocket to South County Habitat for Humanity, 100% of that dollar is going to go towards building homes. And so folks can lend a helping hand at the build site or volunteer with us. They can donate financially or donate home items to our restore. They can shop in our restore. Or something as simple as following us on social media. We have a Facebook page for South County Habitat for Humanity and for our retail store. So just by simply liking us on Facebook and seeing what we're up to and sharing it with your network of friends and family can really go a long way. It's kind of like the Rhode Island way of not 6 degrees of separation, but more like 1.5 degrees of separation of always knowing somebody. We like to use that tool to get the word out about Habitat. And some folks have shopped in our restore, and then that's how they found out about our homeownership program. Or some folks have volunteered with us, and then that's how they found out about our restore. So sharing information is really important, and that's why we always encourage folks to follow us on social media. We also have a weekly newsletter that goes out. So if folks want to get subscribed to that, you can kind of be in the habitat happening and know all the good work we're doing. So variety of ways to support what we're doing. And we're always, like I said, always happy to come into the community and talk about our mission to different groups and see what folks have in mind of helping support our work. Thank you.
Wow, that's very great to know.
Okay, Martin, I think you got the last question.
Yes. What are you currently working on now? What else would you like others to know?
Yeah, so right now we're doing a lot of work in the county. So we're currently renovating 6 homes, and we're going to be building a new home. So we have 2 homes in Charlestown that we've been renovating that we will be dedicating this June to 2 families. We're very excited about that. We have 3 homes in Westerly that we're renovating, and like I said, we have 2 of those homes are available for applications. So we are encouraging folks to apply. So please, if there's one thing you take away from this call today, let folks know we are looking for applications. We're looking for folks who want to partner with our homeownership program. We're going to be renovating a home in Hopkinton that's not available quite yet. And then we're going to be starting a new construction project in Exeter, which the future homeowner for that is very excited. We are very fortunate that we actually have 2 homeowners right now who are essential employees and are very eager to become homeowners with us. So we're very excited to partner with them.
That's very interesting.
Thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. So amazing work. I'm so impressed, and so I actually have not been at the Restore, but I probably should check it out and donate because we're going through a lot of cleaning out. So
Oh yeah.
I think I'll
I would definitely recommend it. My whole office and my home is furnished with items I found in the Restore, and it changes every day. I mean, I was down there this morning. We've got lighting fixtures, we've got beautiful desks, we've got chairs, headboards.
Wow.
We get some interesting stuff in from time to time. So I'd recommend taking a look. And also, if you're looking to spring clean and haul out furniture or things that you do not need anymore, we'd be glad to take them off your hands. You can drop things off. You can also schedule a donation pickup. We do offer free donation pickup across the state. We have a truck that will come right to your home, and we have friendly staff that'll take those larger items off your hands if that's something you need.
That's good to know. That's definitely good to know. Thank you so much, Alicia. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
It's been a pleasure to meet you all. Yes, thank you.
And to hear all about Habitat for Humanity. I knew that they did great work, but it's kind of nice to know firsthand from someone that's actually involved in it. So amazing work. And
absolutely. And we'd love to welcome folks from the Olean Center to join us to volunteer once we all feel like it's safer to do so. We would love to open that opportunity.
Absolutely. I'll pass that on. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. We wish you well now and in the coming months with all your endeavors that you're doing. And so thank you. I'd also like to say thanks to Martin and Joe for being great hosts, and a special thank you to Ben Barber for being our producer. And also thank you to all who've listened in this morning. If you happen to have missed it, no worries. It'll be on our social media pages later on. So in the meantime, keep an eye on Facebook for the next broadcast. Our guest next week is Craig McAllister from Horses Healing Humans. We're looking forward to visiting with him as well. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy. Enjoy this Memorial Day weekend. And
well, that's it for now. We'll see you next time on The Beat.
Thank you.